So my final guest is a also known as Crash Fader Dee, Dmitrij Dee, originally from Latvia, and he's a DJ and hip hop producer. So he started DJing in 1998. He started collecting vinyls and mixing electronic music, drum and bass, electro, big beat and breaks. And he's played a lot of rave parties and open airs, such as Kazan Tip, which was in 2005. So he started doing all this kind of stuff. He had a huge influence, or the second wave of hip hop and breakdance had a huge influence on him. And he took part in a lot of breaking festivals and jams in a lot of different countries. There's a huge list there. And he'd done a lot of scratch battles and a load of different collaborations and projects, which there's just so many of them. It's an absolute amazing resume that he has there. So we'll have a little bit of a chat and we'll get to know a music scene that, to be honest, I'm not very familiar with. You know, for me, hip hop and DJing is not a very known sector for me in the music industry. So I'll tell you just a quick backstory, Dee. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting there. I know you've been waiting for a while, so I do appreciate it. But we met randomly when I set up the Beastie Boys tribute act, and I was looking for a mixmaster Mike to do the scratching and all the kind of the music for us. So he reached out and he got hired straight away. He's just absolutely blew me away. He was phenomenal, and just a really nice down to earth guy as well. So I knew it would be a pleasure to work with. But unfortunately, our gig was meant to be on the 30th of May, and of course, it was cancelled along with everything else. So without further ado, please welcome, send in your love hearts to Dmitrij Dee. What's the story, man? How's it going, brother?
Fine, my friend. How are you?
Great, yeah, really good, man. Had a great bunch of guests so far, and I apologize for being a little bit delayed.
I'm okay, man. You know, nothing to do in that situation, to be honest. I'm staying at home, like, you know.
I appreciate that, man. That's really cool. Can you tilt your camera by any chance? Because you're sideways there.
That way is gonna be.
Oh, whatever. Well, whatever's easiest for you, man.
Yeah, but I have to keep the phone, like, you know.
Can you put put a auto rotate on your phone, right? You know, there's an option possibly on that. It helps. It makes your screen rotate. You might have that turned off.
All right, so I'll try.
give it a shot, but it's no problem. Whatever suits you best.
Is it better now?
Yeah, man. That's it, brother. So listen, I gave you an introduction there, man, and I don't think it was a justifiable introduction for what you have done. Could you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and sort of how you got into DJing and some like notable gigs and stuff that you did? Because you've got so much stuff, man. I was reading your Facebook page and you've got so many things there. And for me, I'm not familiar with the hip hop DJing scene, and I really want to be. So yeah, give us a little bit of an insight about yourself and how you got into
it. Actually, it's a long story, bro.
Well,
a long story, bro.
we have 30 minutes interview, and we
I will tell a long time. Like, you know, we will finish around 5.
That's okay. That's all right. Like you said,
hip hop stuff, like, you know.
Like you said, I've nowhere to go. So, well, give us, I guess, a little bit of a breakdown. I guess what got you into DJing, maybe even.
Actually, my father was the musician. It's became from my father, I think, because he was a musician. You know, he's a drummer. As I know, you're a drummer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and he was teaching me play drums, you know, but I was just a kid. I said, like, it's too boring for me. And I think when I was teenager, I saw the first movie, and there was the break dance, like, you know, the part with the break dance.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys was breaking, like, you know, doing all this stuff and spinning on the head, you know, the 1 mile and everything like that. And I was, like, you know, surprised, like I saw something incredible. And I started, like, you know, digging what's going on. Like, what I didn't know what is hip hop, is breakdance. I just feel that rhythm, that music, you know, and it's inspiring me, you know. So, and after that, I think I've met few guys, and they was already breaking. They
Hmm.
was break dancing.
And
And he
this was
said
in
like,
Latvia, right?
yeah, yeah, of course it was in
Hmm.
Latvia. Yeah, yeah,
Great,
yeah.
great. And you found a community of people there that were into that. And what's it
Yeah.
like over there, actually? What's the hip hop scene like over in Latvia?
To be honest, it's really good. I have few good friends over there. One guy now, he's teaching kids for breaking and organizing really nice gigs. Now
Hmm.
he's in Sweden, living in city Göteborg. Is Ruslan
Hmm.
Rus. So big shout to him. BBoy Dangerous, and one more cool guy, uh, Andrzej, my good friend as well.
Hmm.
We was breaking together, and he's organizing really cool gigs over there as well.
Hmm.
He's teaching kids, and last year they won first place. It's Battle of the Year. It's World Championship, breaking World Championship. And could you imagine, kids under 16, they won World Championship from my city. My city is really small. It's
Hmm.
like it's Daugavpils, and it's really small. So for
Hmm.
our city, it's a huge,
Huge
you know what I
achievement.
mean?
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing.
And
And
kids, they
mm,
nowadays, like when I was teenager, we was dancing, and it was totally different level.
yeah,
What kids doing now, it's absolutely amazing, man.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's crazy.
they have more information, like I said, now because you have internet, you have everything. Uh,
YouTube
I
videos.
Yeah, I still, yeah, we was watching VHS, videos, like
Yeah.
some battles, some movies, and just trying to repeat that moves and music, scratch and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And actually, I start uh, breaking, but after that, I was involved in that music. I would like to know how to do that music, because
Mm,
music for me was like, it was inside me. Dancing is quite okay, but probably it came from my father, that's why I said I have to do that music.
mm, mm,
And yeah, first it was vinyl. Of course, there was no Serato. Now you have lots of stuff, lot of equipment. You can
mm,
choose wherever you want. You can play CD DJs, you can play turntables, you can play controller. But now it's a lot of stuff. My days it was just the turntables and vinyl.
mm,
And it was really hard to find really good hip hop records in my city. Could you imagine? It was Soviet Union was collapsed at that time. It was end of the 90s. So it was really hard to find good equipment and good vinyl, and do some really cool music. That's why
mm.
I swapped for electronic music. It
Okay.
was Yeah, it was a bit easier to play, a bit easier to find, and yeah, that's why I was continuing playing electronic music. And
Mm.
actually, yeah, I was playing a lot of gigs. Maybe you heard about the Kazan Tip. It was huge festival. It's like Ibiza, but in Ukraine. It was in Ukraine, like 1 month, like a full beach, like
Mm-hmm.
part of the beach, and lots of people, thousands of people. It was huge in 1 month, non-stop.
One
It was
month.
1 month, yeah. You're
What?
going there, you're buying some visa. It was like Republic. It was called Republic of Kazantzip. Buying some kind of visa is like a ticket, you can
Yeah.
you can enter there.
Oh my
And
God.
you have a party 1 month. Last time I think it was something around 12 or even 14 dance floors over there. So different music, different styles, different DJs,
Mm-hmm.
artists from around the world. So it was huge over there.
And you performed for how many gigs would you play at that throughout a month? Is it one gig or you play a couple of gigs or
What you mean, like
because
did?
you performed at it, right?
Yeah. Actually, I can say like almost every evening I was taking my records and just playing some pop over there. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there is a dance floors, there's the pubs. It's like small village. I don't know how to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
to be
That's
honest,
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
And you need to buy tickets and stuff for this because I never heard of this until I read it on your page when I was researching
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
how does somebody go there? It's once a year, right? In the summer, I guess.
yeah. It's in the summer. It's
Yeah.
like end of June, July, beginning of October. Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
August.
Sounds
So,
amazing, man. Imagine
yeah,
taking a
but now
month
it's
break.
finished, because they have this situation in Ukraine, Russia, and it's
Oh, the
everything
tensions, right?
fucked up. to be. Yeah, it's unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately.
That's
So nothing
and
we can do, these political
yeah,
games, and
yeah. Yeah, it's a
it's
shame.
serious.
Hopefully that'll all sort of change and something else will come out of that.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully,
something
yeah.
positive, you know. But that's fascinating. So, and a lot of international people would go to this festival, right? A lot of international
Yeah. Because they
fans of
was,
this music.
yeah. There was not only performance by the Russian or Ukrainian DJs or artists. It was
Mhm.
from all around the world.
Mhm. Mhm.
As you know, really famous DJs was performing there, like electronic music DJs and producers as well, and
Mhm.
it was huge, huge. That
Amazing.
time it was amazing.
Yeah, that's. I'd say a lot of people watching this or whoever's watching this and is a fan of like DJing and sort of
Yeah.
and this kind of stuff be like, how do you not know this festival? So, there you go. That's my first time hearing of it, but it sounds fascinating. What would be like the because you've done a lot of gigs, man. What's kind of like or like a lot of performances? What would be sort of something that you remember like that stands out for you as like, oh my God, that was fantastic. Like,
To be honest, yeah, that is amazing. Just amazing festival was last year in October.
hmm
My good friend, what I said about the guys from Factory Kings and BBoy and Juicy, who was organizing amazing gig. It's called Skill Deal.
hmm
He's inviting a lot of people from all around Europe, all around the world. So he's organizing really, really nice gigs. Lots of people, lots of b-boys, like the guys who's breaking.
hmm
And there was me and another my good friend, DJ Vance. I was playing back to back from like two. We have two setups, like four turntables, two mixers. I was scratching, he was playing breaks. Then we swapped. So it was really, really, really positive energy,
Mm,
and it's cool. It's cool. And a
amazing.
few gigs I was playing here. Actually, I sent you video. Probably you will play it a bit
Yeah.
later. So here, guys from Top Eight. I know Toby. He's a really nice guy as well. Once per year, he's organizing here as well a really nice gig. It's called Top Eight,
hmm
and but there is more, not only breakdance, like not only breaking. It's a lot of styles. For example, crump,
hmm
popping, and this urban street dance. So it's
hmm
like urban hip hop dance. So there is lots of categories. So,
hmm
but it's really huge. It's really nice. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be 3rd and 4th of May, but
Right.
the situation
Not
everywhere
anymore. Yeah. What's
shut down.
what's your and it's such an unfortunate thing because I know you were meant to go to Latvia, right? You were meant to go
Yeah,
back home this summer to
yeah,
do the gigs, right? You were meant to play a lot of gigs, right?
yeah.
Um, and it's such a shame. I had all my gigs. We
Next
had
year probably.
next. We should
Hopefully.
probably just do like. I mean, it has to be right. I can't even say
Yeah,
it's like I have to guarantee it in my brain that we're going to be playing
yeah,
gigs next year
yeah.
because I think
And
it'd be
I'm really
crazy.
upset that I can't join you guys with Beastie Boys tribute.
Mm.
I
Oh, that would have been
prepared
so
really
much.
nice set.
Yeah.
I download lots of good samples for scratching. For
Mm.
everything. But hopefully we will do it next time.
No, of course, man. That project has not finished. That project is not
Super.
going anywhere. We're gonna keep going. It's just been postponed, I guess. That's the only thing I can say. But like, it's hard to tell even like when to postpone it to, right? Because like,
Of course.
it's like, should I book another gig with the venue in September? Should I try October? But then
Yeah.
what's the point? And then I reschedule again. People are gonna lose confidence in buying tickets anyway. So it's a tricky
Yeah.
one. So it's like maybe I'll just wait till 2021, and
We
do
will see.
smaller gigs. Yeah, I'd be happy with doing like a smaller gig maybe just to just so I don't have to book in advance because in a smaller venue you
Yeah.
can sort of, just throw a gig on a few weeks in advance maybe. I don't usually do that, but for Beastie Boys, I think it'd be great, man. Yeah, because it's so much potential. It's so much fun. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're gonna have
Yeah.
such a lot. It's good. It's just feel good fun, right? It's almost kind of silly fun.
Of
So
course. Of
no, it's
course.
good. It's great because I met you through it wasn't even an audition. It was just like you came in, you just knew what you were doing, and I was just like, "Yep, great, welcome to the team, man." it was so effortless. It was so easy to get along with as well. So I'm happy, so delighted that you came on today as well, and as well. Like, just talk a little bit about
Yeah,
like the
always
stuff you
welcome.
do. I never, so I don't get to meet people that do things that you do. Like, it's beyond DJing, right? I mean, you're scratching, you're mixing, you're doing things that I don't even know, like these like words that I don't even like aren't even in my dictionary. You know, I'm not gonna pretend that I know,
Yeah.
but it's awesome. Like, it's really nice to have that mix. What's been like? How long are you living in? When did you move from Latvia to Ireland?
To be honest, I think in 2009, in
Hmm.
the end of the 2009, so almost 10 years.
And what's the difference? Like, have you seen a big difference between the hip hop scene in Latvia versus Ireland, and how is it different?
Well, I can say it's like a big difference, but
Mm,
I think that's the difference is because of the money. So
mm-hmm,
not even money. It's like it's like a bit dirty saying like money.
mm-hmm.
It's about the sponsors,
Yeah.
So it's different. Like I can say in Sweden, it's totally different.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there is like more people involved. Like they just giving money. They don't care. Like,
In Ireland.
yeah, it's not a problem at all.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
for example, in my country, if you want to organize party, you coming to the sponsors, you asking, okay, I need a party, I want to do the party. Like
Mm,
my friend was explaining me. So big
mm-hmm.
shout to my man, BBoy and Juicy from Factory Kings.
Big
He's
shout
he's
out
the
to
man. He's the man.
B-Boy Juicy
He's
from
doing
Factory
a
Kings.
lot of
Deadly.
huge effort. Believe me,
Mm-hmm.
he's doing huge effort. So,
Mm,
for example, he's coming to the city council and asking, we need money, and he's trying to explain this is not a rave party. People not coming to drink some drinks. To it's totally different. So it's for the kids.
mm-hmm.
They need to grow up. Like they need to involve more people uh, in this culture. So
Mm.
we have to stay. We have to do that just for the new generation. It's a hip hop. It's not. I don't know how to explain.
I
It's
get
not
you.
really.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's totally different. But people in my country, people in any country, like adult people, if they
Mm-hmm.
think hip hop, they're watching TV,
Yeah.
with commercial rappers with huge cars, half naked girls,
Mm,
dancing, drugs, and blah blah blah, and they start thinking, hip hop, this is something wrong. This is something worse. Like this is
mm,
bad. Like it's not for kids. But they don't understand there is another hip hop, like another part of the hip hop. Because
mm-hmm.
gangster rap is the gangster rap. Okay, it's a part of the hip hop, but I would like to say it's the dark side of the hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, and it's really hard to explain to the people that this is different hip hop, and
yeah.
we need some help. We need to involve these people and try to understand them. This is hip hop. This is true hip hop. Like
Mm,
and for example, in Sweden, people they 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 know this.
mm-hmm.
They're not watching. I don't know. Maybe they watching this videos, but they understand because breaking, like dancing, is
Mm-hmm.
true hip hop. It's true hip hop, and gangster rap is a gangster rap. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not this part of the hip hop. So if you're doing gigs for the kids,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be with half naked girls, and their Porsche cars, drugs and everything like gangster rap. What can
Yeah,
you?
yeah. So people get the wrong impression because of
Yeah,
mainstream media. But what you're saying is like hip hop and breakdancing and the b-boy
yeah,
kind of lifestyle. It's all community, right? It's all
of
sort of
course.
it's a good
It's a huge
support for
community.
young
Yeah,
kids and stuff like that, especially to get them involved in something that so they're not bored, right? So if a
yeah,
kid, wants a hobby or to be part of a good community, this is basically the function of it, right? So
yeah.
that's awesome, man. I have had a friend that was involved in like the b-boy community in Dublin,
Cool,
and he was
cool.
a
Yeah,
great break dancer, great dancer, and you could see that, and I attended one of the like the halls where they just practice and do a little bit of dancing
yeah,
and there's music playing, and it's awesome, man. It's nothing like the gangster sort of impression that people get. It's just a lovely bunch of like great people, from all walks of life. It doesn't matter, what your background is or anything,
yeah,
and it's just a supportive environment,
yeah,
to express yourself through dance and music. It's brilliant. It's
yeah. Of
amazing.
course, of course.
Yeah.
And one more thing, what I would like to say about the DJing, what I prefer, like
Mm-hmm.
like most of DJs, for example, techno DJs, I don't know, house DJs, disco DJs, they're just mixing two songs. So you do just a beat matching,
Mm-hmm.
if you know what I mean. Like one song is playing, but you just beat matching. You
Mm-hmm.
just finding the necessary speed, to play these two songs like or two tracks together.
Mm-hmm.
But hip hop DJing is a little bit different. You just using the turntables like a musical instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing breaks. You're not playing all song. So how
Okay.
was hip hop created? To be honest, DJ Kool Herc, he was playing old school funk music, for
Mm-hmm.
the break dancers, like that age, like it was in 80s, like in the beginning of 80s, and he started playing only just a part of the track, like with the drums, this it was called break, and he was start playing just two records and one break. When one break is finished, he start playing another one.
Mm-hmm.
So he did it infinity, and people was impressed. Like this, everybody was waiting for that part for the break,
Mm-hmm.
But he was the man who create this, to play this break infinity
Mm-hmm.
as long as people want it. So yeah, that's
Amazing.
that's about the hip hop.
That's kind of the difference. I mean, it's a lot
Yeah.
more like it's a lot of work, I guess, right? I mean, you're working at home and what's like the process,
Yeah, you
like a
have to
basic
practice. You
process?
have to practice. You can't just, for example, like just a beat mashing, for the rest of the DJs.
Mm.
Just a beat mashing is it's pretty simple. You have to practice, but if you learn it, you can't forget it. Like
So
after some time.
beat mashing, right? It beat matching, right? You're
Yeah,
you're you're basically matching the beat from, just for anyone that doesn't understand. You're matching the beat from once. This is how DJs operate, I guess, to transition from one
yeah,
song to
yeah.
another,
From one
right?
song
Or
to
to
another song.
layer
Yeah,
into
true.
another song. So you match
Yeah,
the tempo. People don't notice the tempo change, even if you
yeah,
hear
yeah,
hear
yeah,
the
yeah,
song different, you don't notice it. And that's kind of pretty standard
yeah,
DJing sort of stuff, which is it's great. It's one technique, right, that you guys would
yeah,
use, but
yeah.
what you're doing is something a little bit more beyond.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like actually now I'm doing like I create, I don't know, maybe my own style. So I was
mm,
mixing as well. I know how to mix. I know how to beat matching.
mm-hmm,
And now I can play these breaks and I can mix them as well. So,
mm-hmm,
but it's actually not only my style. Lots of hip hop DJs doing this, and I think the first guy was the Grandmaster Flash.
mm-hmm,
He was create this style to just mix the breaks. Like he was
mm-hmm,
playing breaks as well, but he was mixing them, like beat matching them as well.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So this style is like most important for all hip hop DJs, I think. But
Awesome.
I know guys who they didn't beat match,
Mm-hmm,
but they cut. It's really, really, really slicey. I don't know how to call it, but
mm-hmm,
really, really nice way. But in this situation, you have to know tracks, like every sound in the track,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's a huge effort, man. You have
Yeah.
to practice. Like for example, scratching and beat juggling. It's absolutely different thing. Like you juggling with the beats. Like you create the remix online. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Like live, you would live
Yeah, you
remix,
you
yeah.
you you you're taking two similar records with
Mm-hmm.
similar beat and just trying to, you know, I don't know, better to show it. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
explain.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Just want to give a
Yeah.
big shout out to people watching as well. I'm with Dmitrij Dee, and we're chatting about hip hop, we're chatting about scratching, we're chatting about DJing. So Dee, you're also known as Crash Fader Dee. That's your stage
Oh
name.
yeah.
People can find you on Facebook through that. So
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in. And Nolan, really enjoying these conversations. I'm delighted that you're enjoying this. Marcin Wujek, good to see you watching. Andy Casey, Alan Lopez, Alicia Davey, good to see you watching. We'll be playing Alicia's recent single as well after our meeting with Dmitry. Thanks for tuning in. So there's a couple of people watching. Just want to say, yeah, of course, if there's any questions you might have for Dmitry as well, I'm having a really interesting conversation here. With him here. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, do you have any like advice for like people that are DJing or starting out to do something like that, like working with break beats and working with these kind of things, like starting out maybe with regard to equipment, because people probably want to jump to equipment straight away. Is there any kind of like advice with that, and if you're starting from zero, let's say?
Okay. Uh, I don't know. My advice is like, now, like I said before, lots of equipment. When I was starting, there was only turntables, turntables, mixer, and so, just vinyl. But for me, the important thing is start from the vinyl, start from scratch. It's the vinyl,
No
because the
pun
vinyl is
intended.
the main thing. If you can mix on vinyl, if you can scratch on vinyl, so after that you can choose any weapon, what I mean. So you can play CD DJs, you can play controller. Like I know a few guys who's DJing, a lot, and they play only, for example, CD DJs or controllers. If you give him turntables, they will say, "Oh, sorry, I can't mix that. I can play that on that." And this is kind of, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, for me, good DJ is a good musician. He can play, he can mix any music. For me, just, some people can say, like, some DJs can say, I'm playing only techno, or for example, I'm playing only drum and bass. But for me, it's kind of wrong. You have to play lots of tunes, like, you don't need to mix them. Like, of course, you don't need to mix them together straight away, like one set, and it's full of pop music, commercial house, I don't know, lots of hip hop.
So many genres, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need. Okay, just choose one genre, do the set. But for example, today you can play hip hop. Tomorrow you can play techno. Why not? So you have to be
open-minded, right?
Open-minded, yeah, in music. I know sometimes, like, people, for example, who like hip hop, they never like techno, for example. It's hard,
It can be personal taste, but it's good to be open-minded to, like, expand, right? As a musician or as an artist.
Of course.
Yeah.
So for me, this turntablism is more like a musical instrument, when you're using turntables as a musical instrument. So
I love that comparison, man. That's great.
That's the key. That's the key. So you have to use it like a musical instrument. If you want to play proper hip hop, doesn't matter what. If you're watching, there is a DMC championship, like, DJ battles. It's world championship for DJing. And of course they're using hip hop techniques. But nowadays it's not a hip hop music at all. They mix everything. House music, bass music, I don't know what else. Trap music, dubstep, lots of genres, So this is not about the genre of some music. This is about the skills. So you have to improve your skills to be a good DJ.
Awesome.
That's it.
Love it. That's great. I love how you're comparing it to, it's not as easy or simple as people think it is. It's not just copying and pasting pieces of music. There's a lot of thought. Definitely. There's a lot of work, and also how you handle the equipment is you handle it like a musical instrument, as you're saying, which I'm so happy you cleared that up, man. That's absolutely awesome. So, Dmitry, without further ado, I would love to play a video. You have like a 2-minute video, and is this you live scratching? Is it? Can you give us a little bit of a narrative?
Yeah, live scratching just on the gig. It's just a freestyle. Guys dancing. They have a battle, and just freestyling. Just freestyling.
Awesome. I'm gonna load this up. I'm gonna run out for a quick second and just use the bathroom. I'm drinking so much water. It's crazy. I'm already how many hours? 3 hours and 50 minutes. It's great. I'm loving it. It feels like, dude, it doesn't feel like a work shift or anything. It feels, I'm just enjoying the moment. It's beautiful.
I know what you mean, yeah, man.
It's so nice. Do you want to set up the decks and do a live performance for us as well today?
Yeah, we can do it. I'm not really sure about the sound, how it goes, because I have some technical issues with my another laptop, and it's really hard to connect everything now at the moment. So just let it be a little experiment,
Yeah. Let's
Next
do
time
it.
I will do some really nice set for you with good sound, with good tracks, with good routines, with scratches, with everything. Now I will do some freestyle stuff, like, just to people to get to understand what is about the turntablism, what is about the scratch, what is about the playing breaks and all this stuff, like,
Awesome. That's great. Now, thanks so much for doing this. And let's do it for a bit of fun. And I'd love to keep having you back, man, and just doing, like, performances whenever you're available and things like that. I mean, I think that's the more diversity I have, like, within music realm, because I'm so used to just listening to, you know, or having live musicians. It's always nice to have you know, DJs and people in different
Yeah.
genres. This is like a new world for me, so I'm actually really fascinated by this. I'll let you can set up now. I'm gonna play your video anyway for the people at home
Yeah, of
to have a
course.
watch, and then yeah, take your time and set up, and I'm just gonna run to the top. I'll be back literally in
Cool, man.
hopefully within a minute.
Yeah. Cool, man.
All right, that's awesome, man. That's a great live video. I don't know if you can hear me now. So Dmitry has his setup at home, and he's going to do us a special live performance. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm just going to try and give you the full screen here. So yeah, guys, throw in a couple of comments there. If you're enjoying the chats, take it away, man.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, he's scratching it right now. Cut the record back and forth against the needle, back and forth, making it scratch. But let me tell you something, don't try it at home with your dad's stereo, only under hip-hop supervision.
DJ Crash Fader Dee.
Ain't my day. One, two, three. Together with the ill behavior, can you feel it? Nothing to say, if it's the A4 ally, D4 Gallagher, O4 out of here, all for the renegade master. Before I debate, take a bit out the film, so no road to debate. Sexual, exceptional, intellectual, that my flow is like dope. I got a mad style of frustration, just another product of the anger in the nation. So I get paid for my dad sensation, and I got bombs for my generation. East to the coast from New York to LA, power to the people that struggle every day. The East Coast never thought of where I stay. When the high road dude, I used to cool around my way. All up a piece, it's a really big day. I pull a lot of stuff, just like the rain man when I was young. But now I got the top guys that switch, so that I can hit the moon out the truth. Ain't it strange how things change when you take it from the ground and put you in the fast lane? But I never do what's done that before, so I do just fine. Going through my territory. One for the trouble, through the hard time. One for the trouble, through the hard time. One for the trouble, through the hard time. People get ready, time for the shot of time. One for the trouble, through the hard time. One for the trouble, through the hard time. One for the trouble, through the hard time. People get ready, time for the shot of time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's up?
Awesome. That's great, man.
That was a little performance, you know.
That's
So next time
fantastic.
let's do something really, really, really good, something really, really, really cool. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah,
I'm going back to my chair, you know.
that was great. No, I really enjoyed that. And I love the little bit of, because you bought a pack recently, right? So it was like the Beastie Boys sort of pack, right? So
Yeah, there was a small part. Yeah, small part. Just use a few samples, you know.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, Darius, one of my good friends, he's does a lot of photographs for a lot of my gigs, and he comes out to a lot of
Cool.
gigs, and he knows about this project, so he was just commenting in there. He knew already. He could tell the Beastie Boys was already within the jams. So yeah, no, absolutely awesome, man. So that's absolutely great, dude. Let me just get see what the story is here. What's your plan then? Are you going to be doing live gigs, or are you going to be doing live streams on your page as well? Is there anything I can tell?
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. I'm thinking about to buy some audio interface or sound card, you know, to reinstall the Windows on my other laptop, you know, so I can use some program, you know, to make a live streaming, to connect straight sound like from the mixer, because now sound I think was not really, really good, you know.
Get it plugged in, and it'll be absolutely perfect. It'd be awesome to do that, man. It'd be worth the investment. Yeah. I had to invest a little bit into making this kind of a little bit more profesh. But that's great, man. We got a lovely insight into your musical world. And yeah, for anybody watching and viewing, I'm speaking with Dmitrij Dee, also known as Crash Fader Dee. And yeah, we're just having a little bit of a conversation about his musical world, and we just got a little bit of a taste of that world, which is absolutely awesome, man. Listen, tell me. So listen, thanks so much. I want to ask you, what are your plans? What's the first thing you're gonna do when this whole quarantine is over? What do you want to do first?
I have no idea, man.
So many things. What's like the one thing, like, do you want to?
Of course, I want to go to my country, because my friends is waiting for me. Probably they're waiting for new gigs, for the breaking events. I know a few guys here, they're waiting for the gigs as well. They want to do this breaking events. They want to do this hip hop events. So we will see, but at the moment we have only live streaming. We have to connect with each other. To help each other, to promote each other on Facebook. Unfortunately, I don't have Instagram. I don't know why, but I'm not using that. I have only Facebook. But maybe I will make for myself, like, the profile on Instagram. For more promotion. For more music, so more streaming over there. I don't know. I never used it before, to be honest.
It's great. It's great. It can tap into like the people, let's say, that are kind of moving into it more. Some people prefer Instagram now over Facebook. It's become kind of the new Facebook almost, that'll probably change as well, because TikTok is coming in now as well, man. TikTok's even another one, which would be great for you, but it's a lot to keep up with all these social networks, right? There's so many of them. Handy enough we could have them on the phone. I guess it's not too bad, but you have to make a video. Like an Instagram video is different than a Facebook video. A TikTok video is different. The parameters are totally different, and even the content can be slightly altered specific to each one. So it's almost like you need to do a little bit of study to get on that. But it'd be great, because I tried to tag you on Instagram today. It's not a huge thing, but
no.
It's always handy to have. And there was a there was a Dmitrij Dee.
Maybe for a while.
Yeah. I was like, should I tag this guy? I don't know if it's a different Dmitry. So I didn't go for it. I was like, not worth the risk, because I couldn't see with the small picture, and I was like, oh, will I press it? You'll know when you get Instagram. But no, absolutely. Thank you so much, man, for coming on the show. I'd love to have you back again. So that's great, man. Listen, so thanks so much. I'll chat to you really soon, brother. Yeah, have a great great week.
Same to you, man. Same to you.
Was nice. Great weekend. We'll be in touch soon.
It was nice. Thanks for invite. For promotion, for everything.
No worries, man. Actually,
keep in touch. Definitely,
we'll keep in touch. 100%. And send me some of the links, and I can post them in the description on the YouTube. When I upload this to YouTube and the other, I'll post all your details and stuff that people can find you and get in touch with you. Awesome, brother. Go on. I'll chat to you soon.
All right. See you, man.
See you, man. Bye. Peace. All right, amazing. That was Dmitrij Dee, my final guest today. What an awesome guy. Just absolutely delighted we could connect through this platform. So thanks so much, guys, for staying tuned in with us. I have been streaming since 1 p.m. today, and I have been having an absolute blast. I hope you guys have as well. By the way, you can find Dmitrij Dee under Crash Fader Dee, Dee. And he's actually got an amazing repertoire, or resume of venues that he has performed in and projects that he's done. So absolutely fascinating gentleman to be chatting with and to close off the show. So I'm going to leave you with one song. Thanks. So I know we disconnected halfway through our show, so I do thank everybody for reconnecting back with us. And I'm back on Saturday. Yes, of course, I have to put in that extra little bit of promotion. I'm back on Saturday at 2 p.m. and I will be joined with Shobsy O'Brien from State Lights. So it's awesome. We'll get to chat with him. He's the lead singer of State Lights, who played one of their tunes today. And we've also got Dario Rodigiero with Giulio. Both of them are going to join us. And Dario, some of you might already know Dario as a fantastic, accomplished musician. So we're going to delight in a little bit of live music from those two. And Julio as well is a really well-renowned artist as well. So I'll get to actually chat to him for the very first time through Dario. So I'm really looking forward to having a chat with them. And we'll also be hosting Ailsha Davey. There we go. I said it right. Who I only met recently online. So, and I'm going to play one of her tracks that she recently released as well in a couple of seconds, and she's going to perform for us live as well on Saturday. So that's, I think, the set list, the performance, what do you call it? The lineup for this weekend's show. I think I might add another artist in as well. To keep it 4, so to keep it a little bit interesting. I'm going to try and shorten the interviews as well for Saturdays and just keep the performances a little bit longer. And of course, any of you musicians out there that do want to come on the show, whether it's for a chat or a live performance, or you want to just send me your video or any kind of art, honestly, absolutely anything. You don't have to be a musician. Even if you do anything like that, I'd happily promote it. Or your business, I'd happily promote your business and do little commercials in between as well. Just to help each other out, I guess. That's kind of the idea behind this, is to sort of build this network of good vibes, good people, help each other out and all that kind of stuff, which I value very much. So 4 hours streaming today, absolutely brilliant. My ear is a little bit red, I think. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed chatting today. So thanks so much to 7 of you for staying tuned in with me. I'm going to leave you with Quarantine by Ailsha Davey. Let's load this one up.
Time I went out, nor do I remember my last pint of stout. I know it was a Guinness, but I don't remember where. Maybe in the local, 'cause they have good pints there. I don't remember the last friend I saw. I was far too consumed by stupid worrying thoughts about things that don't matter. I just thought they did, and now I see I was a gobshite, so full of fucking shit. Oh, I drank all my cans of Galahad, and I've sung too many songs about the life that I used to have. It's been taken for too long. Oh, quarantine, oh, quarantine. You've made me lose my mind, but it's fine, 'cause we're trying to save lives. I don't remember the last time that I danced. I guess that's because I just don't really dance. I'd say I'd break my leg trying to twerk for a boy to impress him and allure him, but alas, with no joy. Oh, I drank all my cans of Galahad, and I've sung too many songs about the life that I used to have. It's been taken for too long. Oh, quarantine, oh, quarantine. You've made me lose my mind, but it's fine, 'cause we're trying to save lives. Spooning my pillow is the love life I've got, and eating the whole kitchen is my working out plot. Pajamas and granny pants have come back to life. I can't wait to get out of quarantine and have that first pint. Oh, and we'll drink so many pints of not Galahad, I hope, and we'll sing so many songs about the lives that we've gotten back, that were taken
Ailsa Davey with Quarantine, only released a couple of days ago. Was it last week? Absolutely awesome video and song. Well done on that. I thought it was very good. So yeah, that concludes our show, guys. Thanks for tuning in, all 90s. Anybody that just caught it last minute, don't worry. I'm going to upload the whole show, the whole 4 hours and 20 minutes, 420, happy days, right on the number. I'm going to upload that onto YouTube so you can check it all out. And Ailsa Davey, can't wait for Saturday. Totally right, I cannot wait for Saturday. Thanks so much for staying tuned in. So that there's Ailsa Davey in the chat there. Yeah, can't wait for Saturday. Honestly, it couldn't come any sooner. I've got nothing else to do in between but a little bit of preparation for this little event. So yeah, I'm really absolutely enjoying these shows. It's just so nice just to get in touch with people. maybe the song is correct, you know. I think the quarantine is definitely making us lose a little bit of our minds. My mind possibly was a little bit lost already prior, so this definitely isn't helping. But no, the show is absolutely is definitely keeping things grounded for me. So thank you so much for staying tuned in. Thank you for all the guests, as always, for just being part of this. And of course, anybody, if you know anybody that wants to be a part of this show, please do give them a shout. I'd love to have a chat, nice and casual. We can keep it as casual as you want, and there's no pressure or anything like that. So yeah, that's I guess all I can say to you guys. Yeah, that's the end of the show. So see yous all later. I kind of want to leave yous on a song or something. I feel like, you know, maybe I should leave yous on a song. And I'm thinking, like, am I gonna get duped by the YouTube or Facebook police for playing a song again? Let me see if I can throw something up here to close yous off with. And, you know, I'd love to do, maybe we could do like an Irish request situation or something like that, you know, where you can request songs. Also, before I forget, and I don't know how many of you are going to be staying tuned now for the next couple of seconds, but we're also doing a review section on the show. So we're doing like an album or song of the week. So that's the new segment. I should have mentioned that at the start of the show while you were more attentive. We're going to be reviewing tunes basically once a week on Saturdays. And that will be under the assistance of Paul Archbold, who is a music aficionado. He loves a lot of tunes. So what better guy to review them than him? So yeah, we're gonna do that on Saturday. So send in your tracks. Yeah, if you don't want to do the interview, or even if you do want to do the interview, and you can do both, you can do all of the stuff. You know, just take the whole Demar's bundle, and we can do everything. So let me see, what would I like to listen to? Do you know what? I'm going to listen to a bit of Jailbirds. I'm really digging this band. It's Axel. It's Axel's band. Axel, I forgot your last name, man. I can't believe this. I've just been streaming for too long, man. So I apologize. Axel McDonald. There we go. And I've had the pleasure of performing with in a couple of bands with him. And yeah, this is The Great Escape by Jailbirds. See you later, guys. See you on Saturday. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.